Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Indieheads podcast. I'm your host, Matty, aka Recon AG. On this week's podcast, we have
AJ, aka the Dark Hobo, returning for once.
Ollie, or I am Tupac AMA.
And Will, user Will for throw.
So, before we get into the podcast, I want to talk about something very, very quick. So as some of you guys know from the podcast, I mentioned this place a couple times. I'm an admin for the forum Odd Future Talk, and I also help run their social media. And I've been a member on there for nearly 4 years now. Actually, like on the 15th, it'll be my 4th year anniversary on the site, which is kind of weird. We recently found out that one of the members, who's basically been one of the original members, passed away. He went by the name UGK17. And when I first joined, he was one of the first guys who was like really nice to me, and he was a guy who was really, really nice to everyone. Like, he was rarely mean to people. He was a bit of a weirdo. Like, he was obsessed with like eating ass and whatnot. But
as we all are.
Mm-hmm. But he was just so like, if you went on this somewhere, I have no comments on eating ass personally. Yeah. But he was just such a nice guy, even though he was a weirdo. That's what like made him awesome, because he was like such an interesting person, and it was so nice. And talking with him, he was just such a cool guy. He maybe wasn't the most knowledgeable person about music, but like if you're going through shit, like you can come to him and he would be like totally willing to help. And like I think he was really close with like his niece and nephew and whatnot. Like I would see like them on his Snapchat all the time. So it's just like I mean, they must be devastated. So I just want to give some condolences to my friend UGK17. I don't like talk about like how he died, because we don't really know just yet. But we miss you, man. UGK for life. So yeah, let's get into the normal podcast now. We're gonna start off with some news. Okay, so the top story this week was that Justin Vernon says that Bon Iver is no longer winding down. He is writing new music. And also a song of his from like 2009, 2010 leaked. It was like from a cassette for like how do you pronounce it?
It didn't really leak. They officially released it. Eau Claire. His festival in Wisconsin, yeah.
I think it leaked at first, and then they were just like, yeah, let's just put it up officially.
Well, the cassette leaked, but like that got sent out to people who subscribed to the ticket thing.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying, AJ. So yeah, did anyone listen to the new song?
Yeah, I dug it.
So yeah, well, it's not really new. It's like
it's old.
It's like 6 years old now.
It's from the Bon Iver sessions, if you want to call them that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got that sound. Like, it wouldn't have been out of place on that album. I don't think the album is like worse without it, and like I don't lament its loss. It's kind of cool that it resurfaced recently. Mm-hmm. And like the Bon Iver hiatus, they were always one of my favorite groups, and I didn't like miss them. You know what I mean? Like some groups that are on hiatus, I'm like, oh man, when are they going to come back? Bon Iver, like Justin Vernon's done so much that I'm like, he's doing him. He can keep. I don't need Bon Iver music because I've got like Volcano Choir, and he's doing everything else he's doing. The festival's really cool. He collaborates with like Bryce Dessner a lot, and so, I mean, if a new Bon Iver album comes out this year, I think that would be cool. But I'm not like crazy out of my mind excited for it, even though they're one of my all-time faves.
Yeah, I would say that, because he's been everywhere. So I mean, I haven't really I haven't gotten like super into Bon Iver. But he's definitely like Justin Vernon has. I mean, that's essentially like his solo project. It's just like under a different name, and he's still been doing stuff. Volcano Choir, stuff with Kanye, stuff with James Blake. So he hasn't been entirely quiet for like 6 years. He's still doing stuff. He's just kind of like, I don't feel like making music under Bon Iver at the moment. It's something like just one of those things like he can kind of like go on and off of. It's just like I can just do this whenever I want, really.
And that's kind of how he described the hiatus when they went into it. It was just sort of like, we're not going to be making music under this name for right now. We might in the future, but like for right now, don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. And again, he did perform at Eau Claire last year, which I think he played some new material there.
They played like 2 new songs, yeah.
So yeah, so it's very interesting to see him coming back, because he was really like one of those, like, he's one of the big indie acts, like at least back in the 2010s, because he won the Best New Artist Grammy, and so he's definitely like one of those like those big indie artists that like even your mom knows.
Yeah, he had some pretty big successes, I would say. Mm-hmm. Two certified classic albums, pretty much, and that's all he put out under the name. So it's cool to have them back. Like I said, an album would be cool.
Yeah, again, if he's just writing new music, I imagine we probably won't get anything until like 2017. if I had to guess. Unless he gets it done by like May, we probably won't see it until 2017.
And yeah, I'm not dying for this album, so he can take his time. Really, it's cool to have him back though.
Mm-hmm. But most likely he'll play new stuff at Ukulele, and that's about it. So is this Will and Ali, do you guys want to say anything, or are you guys just like?
Speaking of the Destiny Twins, the National are working on new music as well.
Oh yeah, we should.
That was also reported, and I'm super hyped for that. That probably means when I do get to see them in July, they will have more new music to play. They already played one new song the last time I saw them. It was called Checking Out. It was really good.
Their album's like tentatively scheduled for next year, right?
Yeah, they said 2017. So I imagine they're probably just like working on it right now. I mean, if we get lucky, it'll come out like towards the end of the year. But most likely, I think they're just like, yeah, we'll just wait till 2017.
Huh. Which is fine.
Yeah.
Again, I can wait.
I'm not gotten super into National. I kind of wish we had Jeremiah here because he'd be like, oh my god, guys, new National. Oh my god.
I'm personally I'm satisfied with their discography at this point, and I just want to see them live again. Mm-hmm. That's because they're amazing live.
They are really good actually.
Hold on, is Alex going to be joining us real quick, or?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He was going to, but then not anymore.
Okay, never mind then. Okay, sorry about that, Ali. But yeah, National, that's a band I need to get into like real soon. Because I think I listened to Boxer like a few months back, and I really dug it. So it's like, okay, probably should listen to the rest. I think. Oh, also listen to Trouble Will Find Me. So I definitely need to dig into their discography a bit more because we've been playing Elvi on my college station a little bit. Like we've kind of stopped recently, which I don't know why. It's a good song, but yeah.
I started listening to them lately, like when I get home from the gym and just like don't want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
They're like the perfect band for that feel.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that.
It's like when you don't want to even like use your computer, like you just want to like lay there and like you're too tired to even sleep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what kind of music National is.
All right.
I did that with like Pinkerton today. I was like, I don't want to do anything. I'm just gonna put on Pinkerton and sit here.
I did with James Blake last night, like it's self-titled. I just like after school because I got back at like around 6. I was at school from like 6 to 6. I just like came home, put on James Blake, and just like laid face down in bed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of James Blake, is another news item we have. He dropped a new song on his radio show called Modern Soul, and oh my god, guys!
It's so good.
It was really good, actually. Yeah.
You don't see it in the audio, but I'm like shaking my hands. I'm like, I'm like a child. I'm
He's
so
fangirling
happy.
pretty much.
I'm fangirling so hard. I'm so fucking happy because Radio Silence, back in 2014, I made the prediction James Blake would have the album of the year. Well, Kendrick dropped, and that pretty much like that wasn't gonna happen. No one was gonna top Kendrick, but James realized that, and he realized, oh shit, I'm not gonna have Matty's album of the year. Let me wait till next year to drop. And so it's hopefully he hasn't put out like there's no like news yet. He just put out this new song, and it's like, okay, James, I love this song. It's so great, but like, where the album, man? Can I get some details?
It actually like totally blew my expectations out of the water for anything from him at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying like a song would be nice, and this is like a really fucking good song. So
yeah.
I was very pleased yesterday.
Also, this is Radio Silence. It's going to be a breakup album. I'm so fucking happy about it. I'm so excited for that. I want to see like slightly pissed off but really sad James Blake, because if the Radio Silence like the song like which he's played live a couple times, if that's any indication, it's like, oh shit, we're in for some salty. We're in for some petty shit.
That's the best James Blake, is like the really moody James Blake. So,
oh yeah,
like a full album of that.
Yeah,
but if it's all coming from the same place, I think that would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Because it's weird because he announced the album back in like the end of 2014, and then he also was saying like, oh yeah, it's gonna probably come out in the next couple of months, maybe like in the spring of 2015. It's like, okay, cool, nice, and that happened. And he didn't say anything. Like he went on a festival tour. You're like, okay, cool. Maybe he'll drop the album a little after that.
Hey guys, you want the album?
And he's like,
no.
And then nothing happened. It's like, oh, okay. And he's a few more months of silence. He's like, oh, he's starting his radio show back up again. Maybe we'll get some songs. Oh, he's just he did Sound of Silence. That was cool, I guess. It
was mostly Radio Silence.
Yep. Fucking.
It's an aptly named album.
Is it kind of like, let's see, who's an artist that like, did he make that title just for the memes because he knew how meme worthy it is? like how Death Grips named their album Ginny
James Blake
Death.
is like the least meme artist ever, though. Like,
That is
who
true.
memes- Nobody memes James Blake.
That is true, and I think James Blake realized that, so he put us up for a challenge. It's like, hey, make me a meme artist. Go for it,
That's exactly what
you
he did.
fuckers.
Meme me if you want.
Because I meme James Blake. I do that. You know, we're going to check out r/James Blake is streaming. We're going to try to revive that sub, me and Arthy. We're going to
You
do
have
it.
to rival it with the real true indie heads.
Wait, what about True Indieheads? Oh, I think... Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah,
Sufjan.
that's a Sufjan subreddit.
Then we have Kate Bush is Dreamy.
Mm-hmm. Again, fucking Moon Safari, the thief. Stealing my ideas,
The
as
meme
always.
king, Moon Safari.
Mm-hmm.
Undisputed. Actually, he's not anymore now that he's a mod.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. He's police. He's police now.
He's
police.
the police.
Oh, God.
He doesn't like Death Grips either, so.
Okay. Well, again, most of the mods don't like Death Grips. Like, I think the only mod who I can think of...
No, Luciacris likes them, and
No, Luciacris wasn't... I know Jack Tiggs likes him. Luciacris was not too hot on Ginny Death, but he likes Death Grips. But Seagal Train hates Death Grips. Moon Safari hates Death Grips.
Yeah, but Seagal, he hates good music. You have to understand that. It's not.
I mean, that
garage
is true.
It isn't psychedelic.
Just like
garage.
shitty garage.
It's not. He's not interested.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you should like the I Love Yous then, because they're garage.
Oh God, I only listened to that once. I forgot about that.
I think almost everyone else did. I keep thinking about like, oh,
What was more forgettable, the I Love Yous or the Runaway stuff?
the Runaway stuff.
I love
Or Runway.
I love
Or
it.
Runway, whatever it was called.
Fashion Week.
It's Fashion Week.
Fashion
Oh,
Week.
So, Fashion Week is that came like while we were still like thirsty and everything, and they had the Ginny Death win. So
And it was
that came some.
fuck
Okay,
you
okay,
guys.
There's some
okay,
prime
well,
meme
okay.
material.
Musically, Fashion Week was more forgettable, but meme-wise, the I Love Yous was more forgettable.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that.
What we're semi-seriously talking about memes on this fucking podcast. We're a parody of ourselves. Fuck this.
Memes are serious.
Anyways,
Just realize this now.
no, I've known this. But anyway, speaking of memes, Death Grips dropped a new song called Hothead. And also, I'm fangirling over this too. Ah, God, it's so good.
That's
so-
the fucking craziest shit Death Grips
Oh
has
my
ever done.
God, it's
Yeah,
so...
when I press play, I've talked about Bottomless Pit and how I literally could care no less about this album. And so when I saw the single, I was like, I think the first thing I said was like, fuck you guys, let's just get this over with. And I pressed play and I was like, this is nuts, this is insane. I still don't care about the album, but
Fuck
like,
you, AJ. Fuck you.
I'm just, Death Grips like peaked. Jenny Death was too much. It was perfect. It was everything I wanted. It was the culmination, and now I'm just done with Death Grips. But like everything they put out, I'm still gonna listen to and be like, that was rad. But you know,
I'm
Let's make a
still...
better album.
You know what? I'm still in love. You know, Death Grips. You know what? They might have broken up with me back in 2014, but you know, we're back together now. Okay, you know,
they changed.
They
I've
changed.
changed
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah. You know. They say that people never change, but that's bullshit, man. They do. And
Exactly.
that's true of Death Grips. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. I
Kill
hate this.
me.
I hate this podcast. I hate this. I hate myself. I really do hate myself. Okay.
Damn it.
Anyway, okay, let's actually talk about the song. Okay, Hothead, the song is fucking bonkers. The production is insane, where it's like, you have these sections where it's like just noise and just like Zach Hill going off on a fucking drum kit, and Andy just like, oh, yeah, I gotta just go along with Zach, like, yeah. And then Stefan's like, blah, 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 oh no, Hothead. And he's like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
I don't think you need to see anything else. Like I feel like that's all that needs to be said about the song. Really,
What
it's
I
just,
really like when Death Grips does is like Stefan will go and like sound like he's imitating the instrumentals in his lyrical delivery.
oh yeah.
And like Hothead has so much of that, and it's just like Jesus Christ, the drums and the synths and the voice all blend together, and it's just like, stop, this is too much.
Why are they
And,
so
like,
good? They're so
it's
good
like
at what they do. They're just so amazing. I love them. I think personally so far, this is my song of the year. This is my song of the year. I have to say that. It's. I mean, again, I think if there's any like second contender,
Can Black Star count for this year?
Black Star the song, no, because that was 2014. But
If it,
no, Black Star the song that came out in 2014.
yeah, no. The thing is
So
that's
I-
my favorite song of the year, though.
Wait, what year is it? No, Black Star came out in 2015.
Oh, 2015. I mean, sorry,
This is
2015.
2016. Yeah, you scared me for a sec.
Yeah, Black Star came out in 2015. So and that was my favorite song on Black Star. But again, so I'm still gonna say Death Grips. Like, but yeah, I'm really excited for Bottomless Pit. I don't know when the fuck it's when is it? I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm fucking excited. All right, people, the Bottomless Pit hype train, it's back on. Bottomless Pit win. Let's make it happen, folks.
No.
Fuck you, Ali.
I'm all out of memes.
I still,
Yeah,
you know
I
what?
don't know. Like, things like I'm gonna be excited when I get the album, but for now, like I'm very content in my Death Grips.
Okay, I'm kind of with you guys. Like, we got Janine Death. It's like, okay, you know what? If they want to take a break, that's fine. But like, it's like, okay, I'm really hyped. I want a new album. Like, give it.
I mean, like
me.
I'm excited for when it happens, but still not. I can still wait.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm a little bit in between of like, holy shit, hype, and then like, okay, I can wait. I'm like in that fine line.
When it drops, I'll be like, oh, cool, a new Death Grips album. But I'm not like hungry for the new Death Grips album.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of albums that we're hungry for, Kanye West, The Life of Pablo. As we're recording this podcast around like 7:45. As of right now, it's 7:45 p.m. in Central Time, and we're all waiting for Kanye's album to drop. I think AJ, you have Hip Hop Heads open right now.
Yeah, and the iTunes store.
So yeah, we're all waiting. I got my.
We're definitely stopping this podcast if the album drops.
Yeah, we're starting a listening party. We're doing a listening party like live on the podcast.
To it.
Yeah, if the album comes out, yeah, we're gonna stop doing the podcast. We're just gonna go. Okay, we have to listen to this album. We're gonna we're gonna post a listening party or an album commentary.
This is the album catch up or
we need to cut like
or the Life of Pablo listening party.
If it happens, we need to cut like the exact moment where it's just like it's here.
Okay, yeah, okay. We actually probably should rush this stuff. But yeah, Kanye. Well, we already talked about him yesterday. We talked about Yeezy Season 3. And how we're kind of a little iffy on Kanye's album, but knowing that like with the new track, I was like, oh, he didn't play the full album. Like this is just bits and pieces. Like, okay, I have some hope. Like fingers crossed. Like, and then he dropped 30 Years Today, which samples a really great Arthur Russell song, and I'm like, okay, I'm hyped again. All right, you almost lost me, Kanye. You almost lost me for a second there, but you brought me back in. Okay, I'm back.
His tweets this morning made me mad though. Like that. Like I was like sitting.
I woke up and I saw like added a couple tracks on there. Literally like almost double the album. Fuck you, Kanye.
Yeah.
Oh
like,
God.
It's like at the same time it's like fuck yeah. At the same time it's like no. Like no.
It's better, but I'm just like I'm so done. I just want the
no, I'm done with Kanye right now. Like I'm so done with that man. I mean I want the album, but like
I want Off the Wild Ride, yeah.
Well, yeah, I want Off the Wild. Just give me the album and like let's not talk about your shit about Taylor Swift. Let's not talk about like bleached assholes.
Like,
let's not talk about
your life. It doesn't exist.
Yeah,
it's just it happened.
Like it never happened.
Doesn't count.
Never happened.
Doesn't count.
What's the song with the Taylor Swift line called?
Famous.
Oh, yeah. Famous never happened.
Yeah, it never happened. Okay, Will, you want to do this news piece because I think you wrote this down.
I actually wrote no news pieces.
Oh yeah, you didn't. Hold on.
I bet Ethan wrote this one.
Okay, Ethan wrote
news?
this down.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like news.
Okay,
this happened like a couple weeks
I think it's like
ago,
one sentence. Put the sentence out.
Okay,
there
you know, I'm just gonna read. I'm gonna read it off, and we're not gonna discuss it. We're just gonna go to the next. We're just gonna go with what we've been listening to. So somebody's paying $25,000 to go bird watching with Rivers Cuomo of Weezer. Okay, cool. Let's get into what we've been listening to this week. All right, so I've been listening to a couple albums. First off, I've been listening to the Social Network soundtrack, and the Social Network is a great movie. AJ's clapping. He's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah."
The greatest of all time. It's my favorite movie.
Oh, really?
My favorite score. Yeah, it's my favorite movie like ever.
Oh wow. Okay.
I did not know that.
I didn't know
that
either.
I posted it actually. Gonna humble brag here for a hot sec in the Indieheads favorite movie post from like last week. My comment was the top voted one where I defended the Social Network. So shout out to me.
But yeah, so I've been listening. So yeah, nice. It's also one of my favorite movies of all time, and the soundtrack has been great because I think I was in the Slack chat and I asked like, "Hey, what's some study albums?" And someone's like, "Social Network soundtrack." Like, okay, I guess I'll listen to that while I study and do homework, and it was perfect because it was like it's really good motivation music. Because you're just like you don't have to completely focus on it, but like it keeps you like, yeah, fuck yeah, let me get this done. Like, all right, yeah, let's get this answer. Like, yeah, nice. Yeah, all right, there we go. Yeah, I got there we go. But yeah, the soundtrack's great. I can't really talk about it because it's instrumental music, but like if you like the movie, you'll probably like the soundtrack. And if you need study music, this album's kind of perfect for that. Because I actually have not gotten into Nine Inch Nails, so this is like my first real exposure to like Trent Reznor stuff. and it's very, very interesting. I really dig it. I understand that like Nine Inch Nails probably is nothing like this though.
Yeah, they did Gone Girl too, which is also a really good soundtrack.
I think he's done the last couple David Fincher movies because he also did
Yeah.
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah, they're a good pair.
Mm-hmm.
Or triplet, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, it'd be a triplet. It's just two guys.
Well, Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, and David Fincher.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I think you meant like for the soundtrack. I'm like, it's just those two.
Nah. And then you could toss Aaron Sorkin in there if you wanted to, and just like how to make a perfect movie.
Mm-hmm. But yes, great soundtrack. Definitely check it out. Okay, this album, I would have put it in my album catch-up, but I decided to pick something else over it, and like no one was putting this album in there for their album of choice. So I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'll talk about it here. Porches Pool. This is a recent release. I think it came out like last week, and yep. I think Gabe on Symbol recommended it to me. He's like, hey, you guys should talk about this on the podcast, and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. A few days later, like, okay, I guess I'll check this out, and I'm really, really digging it. It's sad boy synth pop, and hey, guess what? I'm a sad boy, and I'm kind of a sucker for synth pop, unless it's Churches, and it's horribly, horribly mediocre. But yeah, I'm really digging this. It's got a lot of, sad vibes. I get a little, there's a little bit of aesthetics kind of thrown in there in the music.
Yeah, it's very similar to the Skylar Spence album from last year, which was criminally underrated.
I did not listen to that. I really need to check it out.
Good. Yeah, I like it just as much as this one, if not maybe a little bit better. But this surprised me because we have a dangerous amount of synth pop releases, and this one was it had its own thing, so I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely has its own. It's really cool sonically. Sonically, does some stuff that is actually unique, which I like.
I'm kind of less warm on the album. It had some cool stuff. It also had some stuff where I'm just kind of like, it's nice.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah, there are definitely the tracks that I really like are like, wow, these are like some of my favorite tracks of the year so far. But then some are forgettable, I think.
Yeah, I can definitely.
I think the songwriting skimped on a little bit. Like, I'm not in love with the album because I don't think the songs are.
It's nice music. Like, if I'm not like completely focusing on it, it's nice to have in the background, like when I'm like doing stuff. It's cool for that, but like it's not. If I like really dug deeper into it, I probably would be like, oh, this is kind of like But it gives me some nice sad boy vibes, and I dig it for that. So yeah, Porches Pool, definitely worth checking out if you're interested in synth pop and you don't want something. God, I mentioned Churches. I'm just remembering how like aggressively mediocre that album was. Just like God. Yeah, God.
That one song, that one song, I don't even remember what it's called now, but that had one
The
band.
Mother We Share.
No. Da 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 da.
Oh, that's Read the Trace.
Yeah, there we go.
I never even listened to the second album, to be perfectly honest.
It's not worth it. It's not.
In the middle of it.
It's like half of it is like good, and then the other half is like mediocre to bad.
I remember, I think I was on the podcast where someone talked about it, and like the last song is just, someone said like the last song on that album is just one of the worst things they've ever heard.
That was probably Alex. I feel like that had to be Alex.
Alex just went the fuck in on that album, and it was
I remember I was on that one.
Person, and he just went the fuck in, and it was glorious.
Oh yeah, because Alex, he's like he went going like, yeah, I'm probably gonna hate this, and then on the podcast he just went in. And it's like, oh my god, Alex, like I listened to this a bunch.
No chill. Who did this?
Oh, Zach wanted to go in on the new Block Party album, so we missed that, but apparently it's not good. Yeah,
I think he has a review up on his Tumblr, the redigplanet.tumblr.com.
Shout out.
You can find his review there.
I like an album.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Block Party, so I'm not going to check out that album. And I heard it's bad, so okay, whatever. Like, across the board, it's like, yeah, this is not good. Okay, whatever.
The consensus is not good.
But yeah, anyways, what'd you listen to, AJ?
What I listened to this week can be defined in one word with a little hyphen as Ian Cohen Core, the albums I have on my thing.
Go.
We were talking a lot about the best rock albums of the 2010s because of the
Celebration Rock podcast. Yeah, and of course that made me listen to Japandroids Celebration Rock from 2012. Basically, probably the best, less straightforward rock album of the aughts, as they call them, because another discussion we had brought up was like what defines the best rock album of the decade, because like
you could put Benji on that list. I wouldn't. But as far as just like straightforward, in-your-face, traditionalist rock music goes, it really doesn't get better than Japandroids.
I have to go with Kings of the Stone Age in that category, but
that one's right up there too. Yeah, it's Celebration Rock
quite good.
and Like Clockwork.
I enjoy that album.
Yeah, but I mean, every song on this album, there's not an inch of filler on this album, which is great.
It's like 35 minutes. Just
yep, it's like a perfect album for what it set out to do and what it does. It doesn't get much better.
Cohen's favorite album of all time, he says.
Ooh.
Which I fucking love. That he's a pitchfork writer who will say that. I love it.
Yeah, like it's better than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy for him, which is cool. Good for you. And then the second album I listened to, not the second album. The second album I'm going to talk about is Car Seat Headrest's Teens of Style, which just kind of went under my radar in 2015, and I didn't get a chance to listen to it until just recently. And I don't think it would have been on my end of the year list, but it was a really good kind of emo rock-y album. Something Soon is definitely one of the best songs of 2015, and then this album ends really strongly, which a lot of albums lately, not lately, but a trend I've been seeing is albums kind of feather off and don't end strongly at all. This one has a really strong ending. The last 3 songs are some of the best songs on the album, and I don't know, I really enjoyed it. He's got like some classic emo-ish albums already, Twin Fantasy and How to Leave Town, but this one was like just as good as those two, I would say. So
doesn't it sound like a remake of one of his previous albums?
I think it was a compilation of like different singles and stuff.
Is it a compilation or is it like a remake of those songs? Because I've heard that it's like a remake basically of those songs.
I'm not sure. And what's up with his? He's supposed to be on another album called Teens of Denial in April. I've heard. I haven't heard anything about it though. I've just heard like comments about it.
He's been playing new stuff. He did like an NPR Tiny Desk concert where he played like a really cool new song. So I don't know. He seems to have a pretty consistent output. But yeah, this is just, they're not like remakes and re-releases as much as they are kind of like reworkings. But it definitely has its own, it feels like a cohesive album. Like you could have told me this is a cohesive album that was like sat down and written. Mm-hmm. But it works. It gets what it sets out to do across.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you haven't listened to it, listen to Twin Fantasy. That album is amazing.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Also read the FYC on it.
Too.
I don't remember who did the FYC on it, but someone did. I know that was one of them. So yeah, I do really want to listen to Teens of Style because it seems like that's kind of like up my alley a little bit.
Yeah, it's good
because it's pretty noisy, right?
No, not really. I'd say it's clean. It's mostly clean.
Okay then. Again, I know his older stuff is more lo-fi.
Yeah, it definitely is not as lo-fi.
Hmm. I mean, it's like it's his first like release on like an official label, so. I think it's on What label is it on? I think it's on Matador.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Anyways, Ali, what'd you listen to this week?
So one of the big things I listened to was Snarky Puppy's "We Like It Here." Snarky Puppy are a jazz fusion group from someplace. I'm not actually sure where they're from, but they're really fucking cool.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite vacation spot. Someplace.
They're definitely from somewhere.
Yes.
It definitely didn't just arrive out of nowhere. Like they had a place of residence location.
From parts unknown, Snarky
They're led by
Puppy.
bassist Mike League, who's insane, and he arranges all the music and everything. Mm-hmm. And everyone in the band, they have like a 10-piece band most of the time.
Oh wow!
And they're so tight. Like everyone is like so together, and it sounds so good.
Oh jeez, damn.
And at first, like one of my classmates recommended them to me because supposedly like everyone in the jazz program is like obsessed with them, up my college. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'll check them out. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. Then I watched for the album "We Like It Here." They actually recorded it like all in a live session with like an audience there and everything. And there's videos from that like that are professionally shot. And I watched those like to accompany it, and holy shit, that like adds a whole new layer to it. And wow, yeah, it's really cool. Probably like the track I'd say to listen to from that is "Lingus."
Uh-huh.
If you want to like check something out from there, really great. Has a killer keyboard solo.
Mm-hmm. I think I've seen you've been posting some songs in the chat from them, so I'll probably have to check out something.
I've never listened to them, but I've heard of them. Like the name is definitely a name I know.
Yeah.
I know they're a thing.
I don't.
Nice. Thumbs up.
And then Also, I actually got into Spirit They've Gone, Spirit They've Vanished by Animal Collective recently.
Ooh.
Which, when I first heard it, I was like, Alvin Roll is really cool, but everything else I'm just kind of like, this sounds really fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
But now I even like the first couple tracks, which are just like a lot of harsh noise and stuff. I dig those. Probably my favorite off of it is Bat You Fly or Chocolate Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like the two big ones for me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's classic.
Yeah, I'll hop on this.
Arthy Core. There.
Yeah, Arthy Core. I've been listening to a whole lot of Animal Collective recently, just nonstop, and like I've gotten to the point where my favorite Animal Collective album is just whichever one I'm listening to, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is the best Animal Collective album, and then I'll put on another one and be like, oh no wait, this is the best Animal Collective album. But Spirit has like some of the wackiest shit I've ever heard on it, but it's really, really unique. And the songs you mentioned, yeah, Alvin Rowe, Chocolate Girl,
Bat You'll Fly.
Yeah, Bat You'll Fly. I'm not as crazy about that one, but April and the Phantom is like one of my all-time favorite Anko songs. And this is a good place to see like where Animal Collective came from. You've got a lot of the yelling, which is like one of my favorite parts of Anko, is when they just scream just incoherently. And like this is the best
generally
album
considered to be their best album before Sung Tongs, correct?
Yeah, because like I think like it was just some
it's the only like proper album before Sung Tongs, yeah.
Well, I mean, like
it was like it was their debut basically.
Songs, Dance Manatee, are those unofficial?
Dance Manatee, people that generally like most people are not. I think it's starting to make a comeback in terms of people like it. More people are starting to like it a bit more. Like it's starting to get a bit more of a cult following.
But is it not like official album? Like
no, it's a real album.
It's an official album, but it just like in terms of like how it's composed and like how it comes together, it's just like not considered as much of an album. It's probably not as cohesive as like their other efforts.
Because I know like Cool in Can is like a live album.
Spirit's like their first proper album, and then the only one until Sung Tongs, like as far as proper albums go.
Well, they had Here Comes the Indian, and they had Campfire Songs. I
listened to Here Comes the Indian one time, and like that wasn't music, man. I'm being like one of those people like this ain't music.
Here Comes the Indian's weird, yeah. Like the proper Animal Collective albums are like Spirit, Sung Tongs, Feels, Strawberry Jam, MPP, and Centipede Hearse. Like everything else is just kind of weird compilation mix EP things, which are sometimes over an hour long, but it's Animal Collective. Don't ask them to fit to your music stereotype rules.
True.
Just like Abi like panting and making noises and shit. It's like I'm noping out of this.
Except for the song Doggy off of Campfire Songs is like it's low key one of the best Animal Collective songs. If you haven't heard it, it'll punch you right in those feels, those feely feels.
Wow.
It'll get
also
you.
That is the best Animal Collective album. Just putting that out there. Feels.
Feels.
Yeah.
Best Anko album is Strawberry
that
Jam. It's the number one because my opinion is the one that matters the most because I'm the host. So Strawberry Jam is confirmed for the best Animal Collective album. Anyone else that says different, they are wrong. Will, shut your mouth. Okay,
They're a good band, and that's your mistake.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, I would have agreed with Allie, but right now I'm being like a very Animal Collective hipster snobby, and I'm like, I think Sung Tongs is actually my favorite Animal Collective album, which is just kind of disgusting, but God, I love it. I love it a lot.
I got into Sung Tongs recently too, and I really dig it.
I also like a really dope like afternoon thing on Tuesday, where I just had like a 3-hour gap in my classes, and it was super nice outside, so I just like laid down outside and listened to Animal Collective for a couple hours.
Nice.
That was zen as shit.
That's ideal. Yeah,
that's an Indieheads fantasy right there.
The Indieheads.
It was phenomenal. You should all try it sometime.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so WFT, as it says in the schedule, what'd you listen to this week?
All right, so I mean, I'm not gonna talk a whole lot about either of these albums. But the first one is by Abi Reimold, Wriggling, and I know nothing about this artist. How is I was just on Pitchfork last night, and I was looking at the reviews. And I saw this one, it was like a can of worms, and that really drew me in. Then I saw the score of 7.9. I'm like, that's for an album, an artist I've never heard of, that's pretty good from Pitchfork. So I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going to listen to this. And I like it a lot. I'm definitely going to keep coming back to this.
What genre would you say it is?
It's just kind of like indie rock, kind of like lo-fi. I would say bedroom pop, but not really. It kind of rocks.
Okay. Some more just
It's
kind of
like-
like
This is Ethan Ford for sure. This isn't. I mean, like I think everyone here should try it, but it's definitely up Ethan's alley.
mm-hmm.
So is it post?
Yeah, I mean, like
Oh, God.
it's good songwriting though. I mean, like it's like,
AJ, you sound like super lo-fi right now.
Yeah, on my end
Shit.
too.
oh, dude,
I think it's your internet.
oh
Could
fuck
be.
it, it's Amco.
Yeah, you
Sounds-
may want to
sounds
fix that,
better.
AJ. So you want to keep going while hopefully AJ gets his mic situation figured out.
But yeah, anyways, yeah. So this album's pretty neat. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot to say about it. I listened to it twice, but everyone should check it out. Wriggling, Wriggling, with a can of worms on it. Good shit. My second album is Transatlanticism by Death Cab for Cutie. They're a band that I've slept on for as long as I've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't really like it. I mean, I've listened to the album once before, but I just don't like Ben Gibbard's voice very much. It's just kind of like too twee and for me a little bit, maybe almost like Postal Service. I'm not, besides for the song Such Great Heights, which is like one of my favorite songs ever, that album doesn't do a lot for me. But yeah, I started listening to it. What? I'm about to stay with me. Oh, stay with me. Bear with me. So, I mean, I know that Mark Kozilek then is my friend, you know. Also, I've been chatting
That's
with
a
the guy.
song about Ben Gibbard.
Fun fact.
Yeah, we know that, AJ.
I just wanted everyone to know that the song "Ben's My Friend" on
He
Ben.
went to go see a Postal Service concert.
He went to he felt really old, and he's like, I'm old, and I'm going to write about it because I'm sad.
And I'm gonna put it on the best album of the decade.
Hey. Anyways.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, and also I've been chatting with someone from the subreddit a lot on Twitter, and they were recommending this album to me. So I decided to finally like give it a fair chance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fantastic. Like I totally understand why it's a classic. It's kind of like the twee pop thing, but more of a rock. It's kind of almost like emo vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sad boy.
It's definitely a quintessential sad boy album.
It's a quintessential like indie. It's like a goddamn Indieheads classic. I would say.
It is. I mean, yeah, it just has good song. Like the melodies. It's like every song. It's all like this melody captures you like right there. It's like, damn, another good song.
Their early shit's really good too. Like the photo album.
Another one.
The one with the airplane on it and shit like that too.
Something About Airplanes is actually called.
That's what it's called. And we have the facts, and we're voting yes. Is probably the best Death Cab album, TBH.
I'm gonna put Plans in there as well. Plans is great.
Yeah, that's kind of like the.
What do y'all think of Kintsugi?
You know what? I never listened to the album because I'm just over Death Cab. But the song about the single about something like On the Highway or something was actually really good and hit me in the feels we were just talking about. Hold on, I'm gonna go look it up because I don't remember.
The singles were good, but nothing else in the album got me at all. I was just like,
It was like this one, Kitsungi, and the latest Modern Mouse album. I was both just like, the singles are good. I'm not going to listen to anything else.
Wait, did you say Modern Mouse?
Modest Mouse.
No, I'm on the defense squad for Stranger to Ourselves. I'm not going to say it's like a masterpiece or anything, but like I think like if you're a Modest Mouse fan, I think it's worth your time.
The Ghosts of Beverly Drive is a fantastic breakup song, and it was the single from Kitsungi, and it's just really, really fantastic. So don't listen to Kitsungi, but just listen to that single because it's good.
All right, so yeah, I'm definitely going to get into listen to this album some more, listen to the early albums some more because I'm starting to get the appeal of Ben Gibbard and Death Cab. The Sound of Settling, I feel like that's an amazing song. Great pop songwriting. The New Year, I mean, it's just there's some good lyricism. Like he's talking about kind of a cliche like the breakup album.
If you didn't post the New Year on Facebook or Twitter on January 1st, you're not a real indie head.
See, what I was going to do, I was going to post New Year's Day by U2 because I fucking love that song.
Okay, that's fair too, though.
But then Zach posted on Symbol. I'm like, fuck that guy.
You got to do it.
But it did inspire me to listen to War, and that's a good album. That's a good ass post-punk album. I'm just going to put that out there.
Oh, that's like the best U2 album.
High key, not low. It's
yeah, not low. High key.
Better than Joshua Tree for sure.
Yeah, get out of here with that shit.
That one's too like atmospheric and shit. Like they just good songwriting on War.
Get out of your ass, Bono.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So anyways, let's get to our main topic.
That's main topic. This is
Why we're all here.
This is album catch-up time. So every couple months we do an album catch-up of stuff that we didn't get to, or we didn't think is worthy of a main topic, but we definitely want to mention them as they are worthy of some type of discussion that is not just stuff we can put in our what you've been listening to. So we all picked an album. Let's see. Actually, I don't know if I want to go first. Do we want to? I'm gonna randomize this real quick.
I'll go first.
Let's go EVOL. EVOL, Future Hive. We're in this bitch. Let's get it popping.
It's just about. It's only a week old right now, right? It came out last Friday.
Yeah. It's only a week old. We gotta get in this early. Well, actually, no, we're not even in this early. Sandy family. We gotta hit that dab, and we gotta what was the song about, like fucking the PA in the mouth or whatever?
Oh, in her mouth. I'm trying to fuck the DA lady in her mouth, though.
Thank you, AJ.
Yeah.
I've not listened to this that much. Like, I feel like I listened to it when it came out, like the day it came out, because like I was with my girlfriend and I was like, oh god, the future album's out. I gotta download it. She's like, okay, whatever. And then I listened to it on the way home, and it was like, this is pretty good. But I didn't really listen to it that much since then. I've listened to a couple songs, but generally it's like. It's better than Purple Rain. I couldn't listen to Purple Rain. Like, I tried, but I was just like, okay, this is just filler.
Purple Rain is goat.
Shut up.
Purple Rain's not goat,
but it's good. It's
Purple
good.
Rain. It just felt like filler. The album. It just felt like leftovers and whatnot.
There's no highlights on the album, but it was still Future.
Excuse me. Hater Shit, Inside the Mattress, Perky's Calling, and Purple Rain are all highlights.
Actually, Never Forget was my favorite. Like, when he's talking about how he had to take a loss so he could cherish the shit. I'm like, yeah, that's some true shit right there. Like,
Future's speaking to my soul, yeah.
Okay, anyways, back to EVOL.
Yeah, we've got to bring up about EVOL that the title is actually love spelled backwards.
What?
The cover is Burning Roses.
What?
Talking about how love fades. It's very deep. Future's on another level right now.
Hashtag deep. Actually, no, but the album art is actually really cool, though.
Tweet him, telling him that he copied Sonic Youth, but it never happened.
It never happened.
That was a Sonic Youth album from 1986.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, we're gonna stop.
I can talk about Sonic Youth instead, but
yeah,
I'm gonna talk.
we're gonna put a stop to that because this is the Future Hive, and we don't talk about Sonic Youth here.
I'm not saying this lightly. This is better than the Sonic Youth album, EVOL.
All right, then I don't listen to Sonic Youth, so I really have I don't care.
Top 5 band of mine, and EVOL is one of their most beloved records. And I think Future. I mean, he won the title fair and square.
Snatched the title.
Future Headrest.
I mean, like when you shoot for the king, you best not miss.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what,
is the king.
We're just a bunch of meme spouters.
He doesn't miss.
Okay. Anyways, EVOL. Okay, can I know what we should talk about like from the beginning, but like I just want to talk about Fly Shit Only. Oh my god, it's so fucking incredible.
Dude, that's such a good song. It sounds like Radiohead and starts, and then all of a sudden you hear Future coming, and it's just like, god damn.
It's like
the use of guitars on that song is like what I feel like Kid Cudi thought Speeding Bullet to Heaven sounded.
Oh yeah, I got that vibe.
Yeah, that's definitely what Kid Cudi was going for. At least on like Wizards, that's what he was going for.
Yeah.
And then that just, I mean, like, oh my god.
Because what Future does on Fly Shit Only that Kid Cudi fails to do for an entire album of 26 songs is emotionally connect with the listener.
Well, you're not giving Kid Cudi credit. He did touch me. Just not. I mean, like things like
where on the doll did he touch you, Will?
He did.
Did he touch you here?
You can't say that like the Clyde. What's the name of the song? The one song.
The Clyde.
The chicken sandwiches one.
Boy's like, I know, like, he emotes. It's just cringy as fuck.
Look, okay, here's the thing. He got during the first half, I'm like, oh my god, this is so bad. But towards the end, I'm just like, I'm fucking like during the album commentary, like we just stopped talking about the album. Like for at least 3 tracks, we weren't talking about the album. We were just talking about random shit because we were just so fucking bored. So, yeah, but anyways, Future, fuck Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi should not be mentioned in the same discussion as Future, even though he kind of low-key dissed him.
He's his OG.
Oh, Kid Cudi blocks me on Twitter, too. That's a fun fact.
Nice.
Future straight up end Kid Cudi's career in just one move.
Oh, yeah.
In one tweet, Kid Cudi... No, and Kid Cudi has Kanye on his side, and he could still... Kanye... Okay, Future is the biggest winner in America right now. Nobody's winning more than not Donald Trump, not Kanye West.
And the thing is, Future stays winning. You know what I
He
mean?
stays winning. You know what I mean? Like,
Even when he's
Like-
getting sued by Sierra, he's still winning.
He's about to drop an album like next month, and no one can say shit.
That's true.
It's gonna, dude. He's not gonna. I think this album just definitely doesn't. Just, I can definitely see where like it's running thin on some people, but I see I'm kind of late to the Future Hive. I only joined in December,
Mm-hmm.
so this is still fresh to me.
So,
You know, like I'm not
Yeah.
hasn't run its course yet for me.
as far
Yeah.
as that goes, yeah, he's doing the same stuff he did on Dirty Sprite 2 on this album, and like not as good, but you know, this could have been called like Dirty Sprite 3 and probably would have been fine. And like, it has been a while technically, you know, it's been nearly a year since we got like a Future album, so this is fine, but he's definitely getting to the point where he's got to either slow down or like change it up a little bit, because Flash It Only is a good indication of like where he could go.
However, Flash It Only, apparently it was made like during the Honest era, and like it's just now being put out. So it's definitely kind of like, is he gonna go in this direction, or is he gonna like just keep doing the trap stuff? Because like it works right now, but I'm definitely like I'm starting to lose more interest in Future, because Purple Rain, I did not give a shit at all about Purple Rain. This album I care a little bit, but like not as much as I should. See, I think the Future Hype is starting to run out of steam a little bit, and he definitely needs to kind of like flip the script a little bit, and just kind of change things up.
This is like a legit emo album. Like he actually has like
Alright.
emo instrumentation on
The
it.
Dirty Sprite Sessions.
Did you guys? Well, actually, I mean, yeah, Future's probably my favorite artist of the emo revival. So I mean, he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, he's good. No, like I love the songs in the middle stretch. Like Maybach has a fucking fantastic instrumental. Zanny, what?
What?
Zanny Family.
Zanny Family. Yeah, that song's fucking ridiculous about like fucking two like foreign girls at the same time. Like they can't speak English, but like since they're fucking with Future, like they're part of the Zanny family.
Well, Haiti Baby's pretty
fuck with
good.
that.
Little Haiti Baby's so good.
Well, Haiti Baby's like one of the songs like things like when did you listen to DJ Khaled?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then he like that was one of the like two songs that he just said like to watch out for. Then
Yeah.
I heard he's like, oh shit, he done did it.
Someone stop this
Like
man.
you hear like the
Oh, he
horns-
gonna do it. Oh, he did it.
their
Whose
horn-
man is this?
That's probably. I've been on Twitter a lot more like this past few months, and I'm keeping up with like the hottest new memes. Whose man is this? It's probably one of my favorite memes because it's just so perfect. It's just the perfect response. Everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, anyways, but yeah, Low Life's
that
really
song's
good.
like-
Oh,
it sounds
sorry.
like because like it's really cheap synths. Like it's really cheap synths,
Oh yeah.
but it still sounds hype as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Then Photocopied, I like that song a lot. It has some really cool.
The hook's good on Photocopied.
Yeah,
I listened to the album, but I do not remember it for certain reasons.
it's because
That will not mention.
just not remember the Free Band Nation.
Yes, we'll say that. Let's leave it at that.
Sure.
I've
Okay, here's the thing. If you really like Future and you really like his sound, you'll probably like this. But like, if you're starting to get a little tired of it, I think this album is definitely not gonna like convince you like, oh, he's back. Except for Flash It Only. Like Flash It Only and Low Life, it's like okay.
Low Life is a Weekend song with Future, but I love it because like it has Future like imitating the Weeknd's like flow and delivery kind
Oh,
of. And it's fucking like it's like basically him singing often.
Uh-huh.
It's fucking awesome.
So hopefully we'll definitely see him kind of change things up. But I feel like whatever he releases next will probably be like a mixtape. So
I hope it's after his tour. Like he can calm down. He can chill now.
yeah, he definitely gets shot out a little bit.
He
But, you know.
already-
You don't own Future.
But the thing is, he has like 6 albums in the vault right now, apparently, according to like his producer. So he's got stuff. He can supply us for like the rest of the year and next year, and probably even 2018, even.
And we eaten, man.
Mm. So like if
He's
he
def-
like
he's def- I feel like he's the number one rapper in my mind, just because of the quality and quantity. He's the number one in the world right now. Not in terms of skill. I'm saying that like the number one.
I know, but even then, I'm not sure if I can like agree with that because like I feel like Drake is still the number one right now.
Oh,
of
yeah.
everything.
There's
And
a lot
when
of
it-
there's a
Views
lot of
was six.
different criteria to call someone like the number one. So like, you know,
Which I think Drake fills that criteria pretty well. That where I would say like, I mean, right now like my personal number one is probably like Kendrick, but like,
that's everyone's.
but if we're looking at like
He's
object,
just dog this game right now, and just fuck, man.
Mhm.
His untitled performances are insane. I kind of hope he does a third one at the Grammys.
Oh yeah.
I really hope he does too.
Are we gonna do a Grammys cast?
Fuck yeah.
We,
No,
we,
I mean,
we
I
probably
want-
should.
I do want to do like a live chat on pop heads. That'd be neat.
Yeah, we'll probably. I mean, yeah, we'll probably have a pop head thread. I mean,
Yeah,
again, duh.
you're a moderator. You need to get on your shit, Matty.
I don't
So-
really do
so
much
am I.
moderating.
You're a moderator.
Okay.
You
Oh yeah,
guys-
Alias too. I don't do much moderating stuff.
I haven't been on there in like a month or so, at least a month.
I don't
Go
do.
on there and check out like
Dude,
once a month.
I just make snarky comments. That's it. That's all I do.
Shout out to Popheads. Pet Sounds is the best album of all time.
Pet Sounds best album of all time. Thank you, AJ. Thank you. Okay, but yeah, EVOL. I don't have much to say.
It's good.
all I
It's
have to say
good.
is that, I mean,
It's good.
Great.
It's
It'll
lit.
probably end up low on my favorite of the year list, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Not
It'll
as good
probably
as Dirty
make my-
Sprite 2.
I mean, depends how long my list is, but this might be a top 20 album for me. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it might be. I mean, it's the best hip hop album I've heard so far this year. So
Wait, hold on. What?
Agreed.
Well, actually, I'm gonna debate you on that because I'm gonna talk about my album, Anderson Paak Malibu,
nice transition.
which is not exactly hip hop. It's more It's more R&B, but it definitely still has hip hop flavorings and there is rap features. So, but yeah, Anderson Paak Malibu. Paak. Okay, I'm gonna go with my notes real quick.
Paak.
Not that Paak. Okay, so you guys may have heard Anderson Paak last year when he was featured all over Dr. Dre's Compton album. And when that came out, I didn't think much of him because I generally was just like, on Compton. I was like, this is okay. And I forgot about it. Like, I think there was one day someone brought it up and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot this album existed.
You forgot about Dre.
I forgot about Dre.
Yeah, that album's
Now, dude.
forgettable as fuck, though.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
God.
Yeah,
It just seemed...
coming from a Dre stan. Yeah, nah.
No, yeah. It just seemed like such a poor imitation of, like, Good Kid, Mad City. It just seemed like he wanted to make an album like that, but he forgot that, like,
Yeah, he
those
tried
albums...
to add like a lot of like semi, like not quite trap, but almost trap songs.
Yeah, there's definitely
He
some
was
trap
chasing the
flavored.
trends, and that's not what Dr. Dre did in his day. He made the trends.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
That's not what he did on this album.
It definitely just seemed like, it just seemed like he was trying to, like, catch up with everyone else, and it just didn't really come off very well.
I mean, like,
Because
the thing is,
it just lacked the heart that, like, albums like Good Kid, Mad City have.
it was actually a decent album for what it was. The thing is that it was just
Oh,
his
yeah,
first
it's definitely
album.
not bad.
The thing is, it's all about the context. It was his first album since 1999, and he was the GOAT artist, or hip hop artist of the 90s. IMO, in my opinion. Actually, maybe Tribe, but still, the point being though is that the GOAT returns for the first time in 16 years, and then you can't be, you got to be GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
he didn't pull a D'Angelo, where D'Angelo comes out with an album after, like, 14 years, and it's fucking amazing and totally worth the wait.
Nah.
Dre just kind of lost his... He's kind of lost it a little bit. He got
I'm glad you released it. I'm glad we have that album.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. It's cool.
Again, Dre got a little lost in the sauce, and, that's how... Okay, anyways, let's get back to Malibu. Okay, so... I think, let's see, who recommended this album to me? I think people in the podcast were talking about it. Some people
It
at
was
Symbol
everywhere.
were talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Been losing his shit over it.
yeah, everywhere it's been talked about. So I'm like, okay, let me just check it out finally. It's fucking incredible. First things first, production is great. It's really funky. It's really vibrant. It's definitely, I think we were talking about, like, how it kind of feels like the continuation of kind of like going from, like, Black Messiah to Pimp a Butterfly to Algiers. And I feel like this album maybe is kind of the end of that series, or it really kind of feels like kind of a mixture of, like, Miguel's album from last year and, like, and Frank Ocean a little bit, but still has, like, his own, like, unique flavor to it. But it definitely feels very it's very West Coast inspired, but still has blah 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 blah. I can't speak right now. Okay, I'm just gonna continue with my notes. Yeah, production's great. I wrote the arrangements on this album are also really nice too. Like, just the way it kind of, like, has these beats kind of build up, and the drums and how, like, all the instruments come together is just, like, really incredible. I'm not sure I'm assuming he, like, I know Anderson Paak probably produced the album, but I'm trying to figure out, like, if he got, like, a live band to play some of his stuff.
Do you mean Dre? You mean to say Dre?
No, Dre didn't produce
No,
this.
Pac produced most of this.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hold on,
Okay.
let me look it up real quick.
Did Dre have any hands in it?
Actually, no. Anderson Paak only produced, like, less than half of it. It's like, okay, so it's got Anderson Paak, DJ Coolio. Oh, wait, Madlib produced The Waters? I did not know that. Yeah, he produced the Waters.
That's a shame because I think this album's good. I think it's too long for its own good. But
I would agree.
Like Anderson .Paak a lot. I like what he does, and like in doses, his style's really cool. This project just isn't super cohesive on my part. I enjoyed it, but I don't think I'll go back to it that much. And that's really all I have to say about it.
Yeah, same for me. Basically, it's like I'm just not a real big fan of that West Coast R&B sound, and this album just doesn't change my mind. But like, I appreciate what he did.
Okay, yeah, I would definitely say he could have cut the fat a little bit. Maybe cut off like a track or two. Like I didn't really like the outro that much with like Talib Kweli. Like I didn't really care for that all that much because like when it ends, I'm like, oh wait, what? It's over? Okay, whatever. But like the album starts off really strong, and there's definitely some great tracks on here. I think Anderson .Paak just signed with Aftermath, so hopefully we'll get some more stuff from him.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I'm really looking to more from him because, as you guys said, it wasn't like as a whole project. It had some good stuff. It also had some like some stuff that could have been left out. If I did have a car, I'd be bumping this like all the time. It sounds like great driving music.
It would slap in the
I don't have a car.
TBH.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think Melvin, it's definitely really good. I think Jeremiah's gonna be pissed you guys are kind of shit talking it. He's gonna be like, no. But this album,
it's vital,
it's
guys.
Good.
Yeah,
vital.
I really like it. It's a really good album. I would never drag anyone for saying that they enjoyed it a lot, saying it's great, and saying that they loved it. If it worked for you, that's great. It's a good album. I enjoyed it. Don't go calling it a classic. Calm down. It's a good album.
It was a classic.
I'm definitely gonna say I'm just really digging it right now. It definitely feels I will agree that's a little too long, and it definitely keeps you from like listening to it in
EVOL
full.
is perfect. I'm just gonna say, like EVOL is 39, less than 40 minutes. It's perfect. Anderson .Paak takes a lesson.
Okay. But yeah, I don't really have much to say. I think I want to talk about Paak's vocals real quick because I have that in my notes. Yeah, Paak's vocals are really nice. There's this sort of like shit. How do I describe this? There's this sort of thing in his he has like kind of like a rough like.
It's croony. Like, it's croony, kind of CROONY.
It's croony, but there's definitely seems like he smokes a pack of cigarettes a day. I get that vibe a little bit from him in his throat because it's a little rough, but like it's still like the singing on here is incredible and like
eccentric,
very eccentric and very nice. It's kind of like a nice like sing-songy rap flow ish at times.
It's
and
very
it works.
Frank Ocean-y.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely like I said, this album it kind of feels like a combination of Miguel and Frank Ocean, but not as good as Frank Ocean, but probably better. I would definitely say better than Miguel. I would say that this album's definitely better than Miguel's album from last year. Which, by the way,
don't tell Jeremiah that either.
I know. I've told Jeremiah that. I know that he knows.
I need to listen to it more. I skipped it, but I need to listen to it.
Yeah, Carrie Brownstein is like fucking obsessed with Miguel, and like I'm fucking obsessed with her. So
you should probably do that.
De facto, I need to listen to more Miguel.
Like, okay, Wild Heart, it's such an interesting because I want to like it so much more. But like, here's the thing: the first 3 tracks are fucking incredible. Fucking like, holy shit! It was one of the best song streaks of 2015. Like, you go from
You right.
A Beautiful Exit to fuck. Let me look it up. The album on Spotify, please. Hold the phone. Okay, so you go from like A Beautiful Exit to Deal to The Valley, and you're like, holy shit, this album is fucking incredible. And then you get
to Coffee, bro.
And Coffee is a good song, but it's like the cohesiveness that like the first 3 tracks were building on just suddenly like, nope. Like it just doesn't like it just seems like a sudden like it's not very cohesive, and you go, okay. And then you kind of get back into it with NWA, and it's like, okay, nice. And you get to Waves, you're like, okay, we're back. And then What's the Anyways, I don't like that song. I think it is corny as hell. I know Miguel's trying to say some real shit, and it's like, I respect that, but man, it's corny. And then Hollywood...
But it's like Macklemore real shit.
A little, yeah, it's kind of like that. Like, it just, the album, it gets... The cheese factor, it gets really cheesy in that second half. That second half is kind of a mess because of just like... Because half the songs are cheesy as hell, while the other stuff is like, oh, this is real smooth and nice, and I really dig this. And like the ending song, Face the Sun, it's got Lenny Kravitz on guitar. It's an 80s power ballad. That's what it is. It's an 80s power ballad, and it's kind of the problem I have with Currents, where it just feels like too like nostalgic. Like it's like the Currents was like I know, like you're mentioning Currents again. I know. I get it. But Currents, it feels like Kevin Parker's tribute to 80s pop.
Chat.
It's Kevin Parker's tribute to 80s pop, but it kind of forgets to take out the cheese. Like 80s pop, it has a cheese factor to it, and but you're able to look back and like it.
See, but it's not 80s. I know that.
Okay, it's more attributed to like 70s, 80s pop.
It's a 70s pop album, 70s soft rock album.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
sure. We'll go with that. But it just takes it. But there's nostalgia attached to it, where you're willing to forgive the cheese factor of it, but you can't. But it's 2015.
You can't forgive it.
I can't forgive it.
Has anyone listened to Malibu by Anderson .Paak?
No, it fucking sucks. Okay, anyways, but yeah, that's all I have to really say about Malibu and all that shit. AJ and Ellie, you guys want to talk about DIIV?
Sure.
I'm gonna tune out because I didn't listen to this album, and when I tried to, I was so fucking bored. But you guys can talk about it.
I did not like Oshin. I thought it was a kind of very like generic-y, wishy-washy like shoegaze revival-y album, and so I wasn't really excited about Is the Azar at all, which is a dumb album name, straight up. But the singles I kind of got into, and Black Star Aside, this is my favorite album of the year so far. It ties in a lot of post-rock influence, a lot of shoegaze influence, and I think this album is ballsy as hell. Most of the album is led by the guitar work. Like, the vocals are a second thought on this album. The singles kind of gave that inkling, but like the singles are really the big vocal centerpieces of the album, and a lot of the tracks on here are just straight up led by the instrumentals. And it's dark, a lot darker than Oshin, and I think it's ballsy as fuck. Like, every time I listen to it, I'm like, oh, cool, like they went ahead and did this. They made this. It's got some dumb moments, like a 17-second interlude. You're not Titus Andronicus, you can't get away with that. But the singles are all great standout tracks. Incarnate Devil is a really great track as well, and they did a song with Sky Ferreira, Blue Boredom on here, really great. So the moments where the vocals are on
very Sonic Youth-esque.
Yeah,
like Gordon, that kind of.
Yeah, the moments where there's vocals are great, but my favorite parts of this album are where there's no vocals, and there are these really long stretches of grooves and guitar work, and really, really great album in my opinion.
I was like in a similar boat with Ocean, where I had kind of listened to it. I was like, this is all right. It's kind of cool. I liked some of the songs on there. And then I heard Dopamine, and that got me like really hyped for this album. Because Dopamine's an awesome song.
Oshin built up like this pop appeal for them, and they kicked that like right out the window on Is the Azar. Like, it's not a poppy album in any sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were like a kind of like indie darling band with that Oshin, whatever the single was off of that. They're like biggest. It's still their biggest song. Doused.
Wait, hold on. I can figure it out. I said, what'd you say it was? Oh, Doused. Yeah, it has like 3 million plays on Spotify, so it's probably it.
They were like one of those, like, it would be in every generic, like, oh, the hipster playlist that someone would make, and it would like have that on there. It was just like the kind of single, and you didn't pay attention to the band. Yeah, because the album wasn't that noteworthy. Is the Azar though? If the theme we're gonna keep with this whole podcast is cohesion, this album's cohesive as fuck. It all flows together, and like I'll put it on when I'm walking to work or walking to class in my earbuds, and I'll be like, oh, okay, that was a good song. Oh no, that was 10 songs I just listened to in a row. This thing is pretty beefy. It's like 20 tracks?
I think it's 17.
17, but yeah. There aren't noticeable like stops and starts. Once it gets going, it just keeps going, and yeah, I mean, besides Black Star, this is my favorite album of the year so far. We don't get enough albums like this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When I first heard it, I was kind of turned off by how it like all flows together in that way. Now it's like how it's almost too cohesive in its presentation, because it's just like everything kind of flows together. But then after a couple listens, I was like, okay, holy fuck, this is amazing. This is actually really great, and it works so well. And at first there was a couple tracks where like these could be trimmed out or something. Now I like how everything has its place in the album, and how it kind of all like it feeds into like this whole thing about like addiction, I guess, and Zachary Cole Smith's addiction.
Yeah, I haven't dug much into the lyrics, the themes of this album, but that's really not what I care about on this album at all. For me, it's like 100% instrumentation, which is just kick ass. So I'm sure once I look at the lyrics and kind of get into what he's talking about more, I'll come to appreciate it even more. But for me right now, this album just like grabbed me with its guitar work and instrumentals, and was like, this is good.
I actually noticed that with some of the instrumentals as well. There's like different moments where like it's like the different parts of the highway. There's like moments where it's like very dissonant, and it's very like almost like exhaustive, and how it's like the instrumentals presented, and that kind of like there are points in high like that.
I really don't get shoegaze as a genre. I don't like shoegaze as a genre, but this like makes shoegaze work. It's not fully shoegaze and it's not fully post rock, but it takes the best parts of both of those genres and just kind of mashes them together.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has ballsy stretches where it's mostly instrumental for a long time, and for the band DIIV, I was surprised with what I ended up actually listening to. So maybe it was just that this album was a big surprise, but yeah, I really love it.
And back to what I was saying about like how like there's the different moments describing the different parts. There's also songs like in Dopamine. I'd say that's probably one of like in those that first like 4-song stretch is pretty much like that first bit of the high where you're just like it's just like explosive, just like ecstasy. Yeah, it's like that kind of thing. That's what those first four feel. And then it comes in waves afterwards of like being like exhaustive and just like but also like it never really feels like like it sucks listening to them. It's like actually it's still good. It's like but in a good way.
Mm-hmm. I definitely need to listen to it a bit more because I feel like because you guys are saying it's a bit of a grower, so I feel like I need to kind of like get through it like those first couple times before I can really get it.
If you can give it a start to finish listen in one sitting, I think that's really the best way to appreciate it.
Yeah,
I
that's
listened to it once last Saturday morning, and it's one of the kind of things where it's like I enjoy this, but I don't feel motivated to listen to it again just because like you have to make that like hour-long commitment to the album.
Mm-hmm.
Almost.
Because that kind of kept me. I'm like, okay, this is like nearly an hour. It's like 3 a.m. I need to go to bed. Fuck this.
That sounds like a you problem, not a DIIV problem.
That's true. That's a mostly me problem. So
yeah, I need to give that album more listens because I know it's one of the better albums of the year so far.
So
I mean, I'm definitely going to come back to it probably for the whole year. I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Just because there's nothing really that sounds like it that's been released this year or even in the past couple of years, I would say.
Mm-hmm. All right then.
Was there anything else we were gonna? I feel like
Ollie, what were you gonna do?
I was doing Is the Azar as well. That was like
I think maybe Porches. We were originally gonna do Porches, but we said, nah. Young Thug, maybe. Do we want to talk about Young Thug or no?
I could go on Young Thug for a little bit. The album formerly known as Slime Season 3, which I guess was never Slime Season 3. I'm Up. I think Matty and I both agree it's our favorite Young Thug solo project.
I actually have not.
It's probably my favorite, but I only listened to it twice.
I only listened to it when it came out, and I didn't listen to it again because I was like, I'm gonna get back to this sometime, and I'm like,
You can go through the production credits on this thing, and what's London?
London on the track.
Yeah, he produced like I think it's like if it's a 10-song mixtape, he produced like 5 through 9, I think. And like that's the weakest part of the album. Everything else is it's not that numerical because there's Hercules in there with Metro, but like you look at the production tracks, you see London, you just skip that song, and then everything else is absolute straight 110% fucking bangers. I dig it.
EVOL or
EVOL for sure, but
Future is my trap lord that I worship.
Yeah, if Young Thug and Future were to actually beef when they were both
so that
albums on the
he
same
last
day.
week he just saw that's the reason why I changed it to I'm Up because he was just like taking shots at Future for no reason apparently. Then he kept still saying I'm up, and he's all like, I changed it to my mind. I'm naming the album I'm Up.
Yeah, pulling a total Kanye move, it seems. Oh God,
they've been hanging out. They've been hanging out.
Yeah, because he was one of the guys at Easy. He was one of the Easy Season 3 models. And he
apparently, Kanye is all over Slime Season 3.
We'll see, but yeah, I actually really enjoyed. I think Young Thug. What song was Young Thug on? He was on Kanye's album.
He was on Fashion. Is that what the name of the song?
Is it Fashion or Highlights?
Highlights. I think that was it.
Yeah. I didn't recognize him at all. I was like, somebody was telling me, oh, Young Thug's on that song, and I'm like, what? Okay, then, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, it has 2 fantastic uses of Kanye or Kid Cudi and Thug, which I was like, you go Kanye, like only Kanye.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Yeah, pulling greatness out of Kid Cudi right now. That's impressive.
Oh, for sure. I just burped. I'm sorry, guys. Very unprofessional of me. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, I only listened to it once. I feel like I need to go back to it. But for my first listen on Apple Music, the mixing is fucking awful. God awful mixing. But on Spotify, it sounded a little bit better whenever I was kind of going through some previews and whatnot. But
yeah, I only listened to it on Spotify.
But yeah, if you're gonna listen to it on Spotify.
For the first day, it was Slime Season 3, like with the Slime Season 3 cover.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the rollout was a fucking mess.
It's just too.
I mean,
but apparently now, if his Instagram photo gets I think it's like it's either 50,000 likes.
It's 50,000.
No, I think 500,000.
No, it's 50,000 likes, 50,000 comments.
Yeah, so go smack that MF like button.
Smash that motherfucking like button.
what's he gonna do? Release Slime Season 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, in 2 days. So basically on the 14th.
Oh. Well, fuck that. We'll have Kanye's album. Fingers
No,
crossed.
yeah, I agree. And I mean, yeah, just like playing that stupid game, like.
I'm so surprised that during this podcast, Kanye has not dropped his album yet.
It's
I'm
gonna
disappointed.
It's gonna be an hour. Like it's gonna be an OO. So we're gonna get it in 18 minutes, or we're gonna get it in an hour and 18 minutes.
No, we're not gonna get it.
I don't want to fulfill the bet that I have with Jeremiah. I don't. You'll find, guys, tonight. If the album doesn't come out, you'll find out what the bet is when this podcast goes up. So yeah, I think that's
You'll
about.
find out either way.
You'll find out. So yeah, I think that's about it for.
Just follow Matty on Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter
@ReconG.
it's at Monrovian Prince.
Oh yeah.
Follow me on Twitter at Monrovian Prince for some bad opinions. I have trademarked bad opinions, so everyone else's
People will
opinions
look
is
back
good.
at this moment and say, "Wow, look at those bad opinions."
I know, and they say that Matty has no idea what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing when he's posting these bad opinions.
Let's dispel with the notion that Matty doesn't know what he's doing when he's posting bad opinions. He knows exactly what he's doing.
He's trying to make us more like the Circle Jerk subreddit.
Oh God.
But
Okay.
We don't want to be the Circle Jerk subreddit. We want to be the Indieheads subreddit.
Okay.
True. And we're bring back what's so great about them. We're gonna bring back Mexican food.
Subscribe to my new subreddit r/Currents is a bad album.
Oh yeah.
We post every day. Currents is a bad album.
Dude, there's some girl on Twitter that from like hip hop heads that like she's been lazy about it, but she's getting back to it recently. She DMs me every day saying Currents is a good album.
Hey, is she bad? Because she sounds
Jesus Christ, Will. Okay, we're gonna end this podcast right now because I don't like where this is going. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed.
It's like that on the Mark Shkreli's webcam last night when like some 17-year-old. He was like talking to some 17-year-old girl, but then she said she was 17, and he just noped the fuck out of there. She was actually cute. And she was like asking about death grips and shit. I'm like, oh damn. And she's like, I'm 17. And he's like,
nope.
Did you see him on Twitter when someone was like, he like said something stupid to someone, and they were like, "You need to use your right to plead the fifth more often." And he was like, "Yeah, you need to use your right to lick these nuts."
Oh my God! Fucking, I'm not. See, you guys have kept me up the Martin Shkreli news, but Jesus Christ! I hate him,
and he's the best supervillain of all time.
I love him so much, not as a person, but just as like an entertainer.
As a meme.
As a meme, yeah.
He's a meme man.
No, he's a living meme, guys. We gotta.
Except for what he did with those pills, that's fucked up. You should buy some Lugu instead.
Shout out to Ethan from H3H3 and Martin Shkreli, the living meme.
Let's take on Soflo Antonio.
Oh God, this is kind of turning into a late night right now, but I don't give a fuck. I'm actually really enjoying this conversation.
I regret not bringing my DS to this podcast.
But yeah, Soflo Antonio, that shit is so. Thing is, I will admit that I do like. Wait, what?
AJ actually saying his DS.
He was like, I regret not bringing my DS to this conversation. I'm like, hey.
Okay, but yeah, we're gonna do this. Soflo Antonio is a huge dickhead. Did you see that video, AJ, where like?
Oh my God, yeah. What a fucking loser.
Not the one where he's like pausing videos and showing the YouTube downloader he has, but like the one where he's like on his Antonio channel where he's like he made like a skit about Ethan where Ethan has like a blurred face and he's like trying to be like basically he's living up to the living meme name. But is not funny at all.
He said the word butthurt, and I was like, "You gotta stop."
Wait, what about Mega 64? Will?
Is this Mega 64 you're talking about, or what are you?
No. We're talking about H3H3 Productions.
Oh yeah, I don't know either of those
I'm
shits.
so lost right now.
Again, you guys do not pay attention to the front page of Reddit thing because like H3H3 Productions is all over the front page.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
the biggest
astute
internet drama
observation.
since,
I don't pay attention to the front page
biggest
of it.
internet drama since the Fine Bros revealed that they were Jewish.
Oh. Okay, yeah,
I haven't kept up with the front. Like, I know what they did, but like I have not kept up with that story at all.
because it's blown over by now because everything's been like, you know,
They killed themselves, I think.
they're like, yeah, we fucked up. Okay, we're gonna move on, and just because they're like, okay, we're losing subscribers, we need to like do damage control because we fucked up damage control the first time. Let's do it the second time. Damage control 2, electric boogaloo. Okay,
Yeah, those boys are up to something.
No, but yeah, that's my recommendation. The key to success is to watch Martin Shkreli's live feed.
okay,
Incredible character.
It's incredible. It's like he'll just like talk to chicks and like talk to people, and so it'd be like, I don't know. It's like you're a millionaire. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I know.
Shout out to Ghostface Killer.
Shouts out. He's one of my goats. That video he made this week was just fucking classic. He went the exact opposite route he went with Action Bronson. He was like 180'd.
Oh my god, I forgot about that beef too.
Dude, yeah, no, like that one he just went straight intimidation. This one he went for like he went for the heart. He's all like he brought his like mother and his sister in there.
Yeah, his mother and his sister. Yeah.
Now I only know who that other lady was.
Well, it was his
Probably.
sister.
I was gonna say his side bitch or something, but I didn't watch the video.
Oh, I don't know who the other one was.
Maybe just one of, I don't know. And they just get in there like start crying about like how they like need medications and like how fucked up he is.
Oh God. Okay.
Then at the end he's like, buy Wugu. This shit, I don't even know what Wugu is. He starts like promoting. It's like, damn, like you got us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he's like
Ended
marketing
that
wax
man.
as a cure to cancer.
Wugu, the cure to cancer.
Okay, we need to end this podcast. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed.
Just cut these last like 5 minutes.
No, I'm not. It's not being cut out.
If you've made it
So
this
awful.
I'm too lazy to cut it out.
if someone makes it this far, they should know what they're in for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
First key to success: don't make it this far in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
If you've made it this far in the podcast, straight up DM me on Twitter @AnMoser, and I'll PayPal you $15.
I will not do this because I'm broke. Okay, I hope you guys.
Even no one listened. So.
Oh God. Okay, can we please can we end this fucking podcast? This is misery. Okay.
I mean it too.
We are meme spouting like crazy right now, and I'm tired of this.
@ symbol and then the first 3 letters of my name, Andrew, and then Moser, Moser, my last name.
Okay, we're gonna end this podcast. If you guys enjoyed listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.